Greetings, celestial warriors of the New Jerusalem, rising up to the calling of Terra Nova Gaia, the mothership of the new Galactic Federation, fully activated, ready to take flight into the great unknown. And we have all prepared for this great journey ahead. Many powerful energies coming in with this lunar eclipse last night or this morning, depending on where you are in this world, especially with that M-class solar flare coming in. We're getting many activations, downloads, many ascension manifestations. Today again on the Schumann resonance, we had a 17 hertz manifestation 2 days in a row. With the 8 energy, the 8-8 Lionsgate, the Lyra Nation with us now. We also had 164 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. 2 of the largest today in 2 of our sacred portals. One in Argentina, South America, in the Andes Mountains, and then across the Pacific on the other side of Lemuria in Russia. 6.4, so we had the 63 and the 64, the 9 and the 10, very deep, 586 in Russia, and this is near the east coast of Kamchatka, Russia, which is on the western side of the crown. We also on the eastern side in Fox Islands, the Aleutian Islands, 4.8 with the 12, and then right in the center of the Aleutian Islands with a 4.6. So we had the 9, the 10, and the 12, the trinity of the crown of the goddess, my queen, the queen of Lemuria, the queen, the commander of 5D, Terra Nova Gaia. And this morning, in the sacred portal in Chile, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, we had a 4-4 activation with the 8, synchronizing with the 4-4 M-class solar flare. Some astronomers saw this as an X-class, but because it wasn't Earth-facing, it didn't do the effects. It didn't have the effects of a full head-on solar flare. And that was 141 kilometers depth at 6:05 UTC, South America, in our sacred Andes Mountains. And then in the portal in Puerto Rico, at 6:30 UTC, the 3.0 with the Atlantean energy. Then in the crown, again, Fox Island, 5.5. So we had the 3, the 4.4, and the 5.5 coming through. South of Fiji Islands, close to the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.5 with the 9 energy. The Council of 9 coming in the heart of Lemuria, island of Hawaii, a 3.3. And then Central California, we had a 3.0, again with the Atlantean energies. Dominican Republic, again today with a 4.6 of the 10 energy. The sacred portal of Afghanistan, where the 3 sacred mountains come together, the Tian Shan, the Kunlun, and Himalayan. The Trinity, the Trident, with a 4.1, the 5 energy, Hindu Kush, 172 kilometers depth, 1232 UTC, 36.343 latitude, 70.571 longitude. And then in western Uzbekistan with a 4.7, and then in the sacred portal in Hama, Syria with a 4.4, so another 44 coming in. The 88, Russia also had a 4.5, Panama with a 4.6, Indonesia 5.0, Papua New Guinea again today with a 4.8, the 12 energies. And then about an hour ago in the sacred portal again, Argentina at 22 UTC. So we have the 22 again today, 176 kilometers depth with a 4.3 of the 7 energies. So the whole ring of fire again today, totally activated, totally lit up. And the heart center, so we're feeling these energies with the heart and the higher heart energies and the thymus gland being activated, connected to the crown with the crown openings, all portal fully open, the 12 chakra system is fully activated and online. Now I'd like to take a moment and thank all you light workers out there that are supporting us on our mission through your pledges on Patreon. We appreciate you all. If you'd like to help us keep these transmissions coming to the world for free, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/prime disclosure. I had the pleasure of speaking today with our divine bro star of the light, Hassan, who is working hand in hand with me to help manifest and bring to fruition not only a home, but a healing retreat center. So this week he's working up on the business plan and ways to raise funds to get the ball rolling to help manifest this. We'll bring more information to all of you by the end of the week that want to be part of this great vision we have for healing retreat centers around the world. This will be a blueprint where the first one will be in Washington State. We have found land in Cougar, a place called Cougar, so you can put that in your visioning if you want to be involved in this retreat center. And we'll be in touch. I'll put out a video especially for this vision for all of you and our rainbow tribes around the world. So we appreciate you all. And thank you, Bro Star of the Light Hassan, for having our back and stepping up, making this dream become a reality. Many great things to come, beloved beings of light. We start today's first transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Lee. Our body and 12 chakra system has been activated as a new human race comes online. Dear children on earth, I am your Mother God. I come today to share news. The divine has been bringing in a host of ascension light to the planet and humanity. The rays that have been brought in are designed for this time. The ascension has gotten to the point where all souls will need to upgrade and all human bodies have to change and upgrade as well. The rays will change not only the human DNA, but also the physical body and body functions. Currently, most of the population on the planet functions at the basic level. A human body is basically being used to have the body fueled, and the body functions quite primitively. In other words, since ancient times, the human body has not changed much. The fundamental features of the human race remain, relatively speaking, the same. The body requires basic maintenance to make sure the soul stays alive and functioning, and that is what being human is about, satisfying the bodily needs in order to be alive. And that is what humans require from the body, and that is what the physical body does for the soul. Now, since humanity is crossing the threshold of being a new human race, the human body is taking on a whole new meaning. The body not only needs to keep the basic functions, but will also be a navigation system and command center for your consciousness. The new human needs a body not only for physical needs, but more importantly, for the soul's needs and the consciousness's needs. In the higher realm, the physical body needs to have the entire navigation system online. Humans will have to detect and navigate their way forward with their sensory system, and the entire body will function as an antenna. The human sensory system will operate through the 12 chakra system, and all the chakras will tune into the great cosmos. Human life will be far beyond the planet Earth. The new antenna will bring to you the information from the stars and galaxies way beyond the physical Earth. The new human system is a new system to which the whole planet and humanity will need to adjust. It will be a totally different experience for humanity and the animal kingdom. The new living environment will be suitable for the new system as it was designed to be so. And the entire process of the new human experience has just begun, dear ones. In the upcoming years and decades, humanity will learn and adjust to be a new human race, with new living experiences. The entire system has been started for the adjustment and for the adaptation. Humanity will eventually figure it out, but for now, the process has started, dear angels, and it requires the advanced souls to show the way. Being a light worker means that you are required to lead the ascension journey and show humanity how the process works. And now is the time for the way showers. The show has just begun. I love you, dear angels on earth. I am your Mother Divine. Be peaceful, dear angels on earth, and know all is well. So it is. Today, from Isis Channelings, Lunar Eclipse, November 30th, Transmutation of Poison. Eclipse gateways, as we are now at, are the winds of change, blowing away the old remnants of a way of being that can no longer be carried forth. Lunar Eclipse, November 30th, Violet Flame. Into the new age of Aquarius, December 21st, Solstice, Jupiter, Saturn conjunct, and bringing in the seeds for the new establishment. Solar Eclipse, December 14, Golden Light. We enter this eclipse gateway via transmutation on steroids, and what I'm getting constantly is transmutation of poison. Seeing working with violet flame much? The violet flame is the bridge to the age of Aquarius. And it is this violet flame that the spiritual warriors, 777, the wise women, the wisdom keepers, the keepers of the creation codes of grandmother spider lineage are interfacing with at present. They are transmuting the poison of eons gone by, the poison of patriarchal beliefs, attitudes, and attributes, the poison of ancestral karma carried via their blood lineage from the past, for they are the circuit breakers, ensuring that the trauma of the past is transmuted and healed now and not passed on to future generations, as the future generation has the big job of creating a whole new way of life in the age of Aquarius, and comes equipped with the blueprint codes for the same, and cannot be expected to be diverted from their purpose with the dismantlement and transmutation of the old. Hence the wise women, wisdom keepers, keepers of creation codes of the grandmother spider, you. Solar plexus under pressure, erratic eating, strange cravings, etc. It is our solar plexus that is providing the fire energy for this transmutation, and our physical bodies are the cauldrons of this transmutation. Issues with skin, sudden itchiness, dryness, etc. Drink plenty of water and spend time in the sun and nature and honor the needs, demands of the body right now. Use the energies of this lunar eclipse to transmute, heal, and release all belief patterns that do not honor and protect the intrinsic interconnectedness of all sentient expressions of life force energy, that is Gaia and her offsprings, flora, fauna, human beings, as one. Ask for the winds of change to blow away all attitudes and attributes that work for self-serving agendas via power, control, entitlement, subversion, manipulation, untruths, and domination. Call upon the violet flame to transmute ancestral and karmic disease, distortions, conditionings, and curses, and call forth the attributes of forgiveness and compassion to set you free from the past. And lastly, call forth the sword of truth, blue, to cut the cords of illusions that have had us blinded and captive for eons, and the shield of courage, golden. Courage as you, the wise women, the wisdom keepers, the keepers of the creation codes, and grandmother spider, need to hold space as the old foundations crumble like a pack of cards all around, as the quicksands of shifting foundations exacerbate anxiety and confusion in the collective, for they are hanging on with dear life to the remnants of the dysfunctional old, with a false sense of security of the known. You are their piggyback rides into the new. Take care of you. Remember the butterfly, ultimate symbol of transmutation, transformation, and transfiguration, transmutes and transforms, hidden from sight in a cocoon. Aerodynamically, the bee, representative of the divine feminine energy, is incapable of flight, but fly it does. You are the miracle workers, the sentinels of the God-Goddess Source Light. Be light, in grace. IsisChannelings.wordpress.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, servant of Yahweh. Blessed full moon beloveds, rest knowing that the Most High is destroying what's been eating away from the body of Christ. These are judgments delivered over your flesh for your anointment ceremony. You are sitting pretty for your rebirth, beloveds. Let yourself shine, knowing that the root of your throne is stable, secure, and protected. Hebrews 1:8-9. But unto the Son he saith, Thy throne, O God, is forever and ever, a scepter of righteousness. is the scepter of thy kingdom. 9. Thou hast loved righteousness and hated iniquity. Therefore God, even thy God, hath anointed thee with the oil of gladness above thy fellows. This brings karmic balance and neutralizing those faux friends and family that were wolves in sheep's clothing. The truth of these cycles is surfacing for closure and cyclical endings with today's full moon. Those beings tried to stop the rise of the bride of Christ in you and your counterpart. God says those dog days are no more. God is super serious about this. You're moving away from your efforts in neutralizing the division and the juxtaposition of the divine, masculine, and feminine Christ. You are able to expand into who you really are now as the enemy of the bride is being destroyed. Relax and receive this freedom happening for you. It's your time to be rescued and redeemed by beloved bridegrooms. Today, the divine masculine Christ are fighting for love and taking valiant action steps to free the divine feminine Christ. Have patience while this next scene in your love story all unfolds. Today, from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel, the deepest knowing and guidance is deep within. The truth and the way are there within, the Alpha and Omega, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine light, divine power, divine presence, divine love, divine loving grace, divine peace. All is within. When we seek all of this outside of ourselves, we are not living and walking the highest truth within. It is only when we embrace the divinity within and live this as one with the divine source that we start walking in the highest truth as sons and daughters of the divine. It means an intimate walk with the divine, so that the divine within is a constant companion, a constant source of divine energy flow, and an ever deeper and more profound, infinite connection to the eternal vastness of creation itself. Indeed, we embrace the whole of creation as we embrace the divine within. There is no higher state than this. We become co-creators in our own right, creating within the divine laws. The divine will and our will become as one. There is no separation. We cannot see nor live duality anymore, for in truth nothing can ever be separated from anyone else or anything ever created, and we most certainly can never be separated from the divine. It is impossible. The divine experiences life through us. We are the divine embodiment. We are the divine living, being, and talking and acting through us. If that is not a miracle, then I wonder what is. The minute we start truly living this, synchronicity will set in and miracles will happen. All of this brings us back to the heart center, the heart of love, the heart of the soul within us, the eternal soul. For we are eternal. The power of love is that of unconditional love for self and others, indeed for all of creation. For if we start becoming aware that the divine is indeed in every leaf, blade of grass, every flower petal, in the mountains, the oceans, the sky above, the constellations, star systems, indeed all creation, as we are, thus as one with us, we cannot hurt or harm. We understand that within the greater unity, what we are is the ripple effect on the whole. We are the whole. With it, we start embracing our cosmic heritage, for now indeed the soul can traverse the universe, the cosmos. It is not bound by anything. It is not bound by the physical body. It is not bound by the earth. It is not bound to anything nor anyone. It is free. We can literally, within our soul, access all the divine knowledge, divine love, divine light, divine presence, divine mercy, divine wisdom, knowledge, loving grace, peace, and divine harmony, all and everything under the great central suns. There are no limits or limitations. The only limitations are there within our own mind and our thinking small as we live this in the lower dimensional state of the third dimension. But now we transcend this as we rise into the highest truth of who and what we in truth are. The heart center knows only infinite space. So does the soul. When we start experiencing divine omnipresence more and more, we will feel a deep expansion within us. It moves through the heart center, but also through the crown and the third eye and throat, yet through them the higher chakras. And there are not only just 12, there are indeed 72. A fully fledged universal master embraces 144. Yes, the heart links with our solar plexus, our navel, our sacral, our root, and earth star chakras as well. When all are in oneness and unity with the heart and soul center and the divine, more gifts will be added via the Holy Spirit as we are ready to receive this. From JudithKusel.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn. Wow, what an energetic show at the moment. First a huge solar flare and then the lunar eclipse. As we realign with the sun and the solar system, we are certainly being energetically challenged with powerful streams of light codes. We are evolving and changing at light speed. On the physical level, this may be felt in the body as symptoms such as being ungrounded and lightheaded, dizzy, tired, wanting to sleep, and being dehydrated or unable to eat. It is also important to surround yourself with love, light, kindness, and compassion. The past is gone and the future is unknown. Now is the only place to inhabit, so let it be a space of beauty and truth. Try to ask what you can do to assist others and to serve others as they transit through these energies. Those of us who are awakened need to be of service to humanity in these difficult times of change and transition. Remember that love is all there is. Have a blessed week, everyone. From StarChildGlobal.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian. Full Moon Lunar Eclipse, November 30th, 2020. Change. The full moon in Gemini is also a powerful lunar eclipse and takes place on Monday, November 30th, 2020 at 5:29 a.m. AST. The main energy influences as potentials are change, adjustment to change, and uncertainty with change. With the full moon energy, we have emotional body experiences that may surface, of course, depending on your own blueprint. With this also being a lunar eclipse, we have tremendous increases in the vibrations of the full moon energies, and in your blueprint, reactions, karma, and ability to stay focused on each moment. The sun opposite the moon always brings up polar discrepancies within one's psyche blueprint. The full moon in conjunct Venus, sun in conjunct Uranus, and Venus opposite Uranus activates the potentials for change. Also potentially resistance to change, greater disruption in one's mind, thoughts, and therefore emotional body, which is always up for activating and clearing during this full moon lunar eclipse phase. Fixed stars play roles of frequency activators of the psyche as well. Unexpected events may appear as well in your personal life, as well as on the world stage. What is significant in frequency also is this November 30th lunar eclipse with the December 14th, 2020 solar eclipse. Together makes a new eclipse phase lasting until May 26, 2021. So a new deeper phase carries with it the potentials of frequency shifts, changes, disruptions, and transformation. Be in the moment, be in the now. In this we bless you now and forever. Love, Laura Pleiadian. From the new divinehumanity.com. And from Forever Conscious, Gemini Full Moon Lunar Eclipse, November 2020. November 30th brings a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini. Lunar eclipses are like extra potent full moons. They illuminate areas of our lives that need to be cleared and swept away. They shine a light on all that no longer needs to be present with us. They reveal to us where we are holding on too tightly and where we have to surrender and let go. Lunar eclipses are potent for they require us to shed. This shedding can leave us feeling uncertain of what is to come. But this lunar eclipse holds the promise of a brighter season coming. It reminds us that whatever space is created by its presence will soon become fertile ground, ready to be adorned with new seeds when the timing comes. Under the influence of this eclipse, we are also being guided to step into our divine feminine. The energy of the divine feminine is not about gender. It is an expression of energy that rules over the hidden shadow side. It represents the knowingness and the unknown and the creative qualities that arise when we are in the void. This strong feminine energy comes from the goddess influences of Vesta, Eris, Black Moon Lilith, and Ceres. These cosmic bodies, all named after powerful goddesses, are active under the power of this full moon eclipse They each have an important message to share. The asteroid Vesta is the goddess of hearth and fire. She calls for us to tend to our own inner fire and to nurture our own inner spark. She reminds us that when we tend to our inner flame, we are able to connect with our creativity, our inner strength, and our passion. Eris is a dwarf planet that is located beyond Pluto. She is known as the goddess of discord and strife, but she also walks this path when she knows we can rise up to the occasion. When things are not in balance, it is her chaos that helps us correct our ways. When it is time to move on, it is her chaos that pushes us to grow. Black Moon Lilith is a cosmic marking between the moon and the earth. It is a highly charged point in our cosmic skies that indicates freedom and liberation. The goddess Black Moon Lilith allows repressed emotions to float to the surface so we can release, heal, and let them go. Finally, Ceres is the goddess asteroid of fertility and renewal. Her presence reminds us to nurture and nourish ourselves. She calls for us to spend time in nature, to practice self-care, and to tend very gently to our mother wound. Her presence also indicates the arrival of a harvest point. Take these offerings that these goddesses bring, allow their wisdom to float into being and touch the areas of your spirit that they need to. Tend to your own inner fire. Allow any chaos to shift and move you in the direction of growth. Let those repressed emotions out. Be sure to nurture and nourish yourself as you honor any harvest points of your life. Tenderly love yourself through whatever the lunar eclipse brings your way. Allow yourself to feel completely nourished by the powers of the divine feminine. As this full moon eclipse falls in Gemini, the sign of the twins, we can use their symbolism to guide us through the lunar energies. In ancient mythology, the twins were said to represent both the seen, tangible world and the unseen, intangible world. One twin was from this earth and the other was not. These twins are signifiers of both the human and the being that makes us human beings. They remind us that we are not just a physical body, but a soul as well. Whatever unfolds on this eclipse is likely to stir both our physical bodies and our spiritual bodies. We may find that we are dealing with both of these elements in some way. We may find both our seen and unseen worlds affected or intersecting in a way that we didn't notice before. We may even start to become more consciously aware of how our inner state influences our outer state and the way we choose to see things. Gemini is an air sign which is ruled by our mind. Our mind has the power to paint the picture we choose to see. Our mind has the power to take events and attach stories to them. See if you can shift away from the ego of your human side, which we very often get wrapped up in, and take time to just honor the still beingness that you are. Use the magical energies of this lunar eclipse to connect with your divine feminine and the totality of all that you are. You are an incredible being of the cosmos, and as the moon loses its light due to the shadow of the earth, it is imprinted with a kiss from our collective consciousness. And with this kiss, the moon offers back its magic, strengthening us for harvest or for release. And today from Astro Mama, on November 29th, 30th, we have the massive and fated lunar eclipse at 8 degrees of Gemini. Lunar eclipses are full moons on steroids and herald destined change and reversals connected to manifestations, endings, and completions. Gemini, the third zodiac sign, deals with the mind, communication, curiosity, malleability, flexibility, and understanding. Get ready because changes are in the air and they could appear out of the blue. The next 6 to 12 months will be colored by this eclipse, and they will usher in a new dawn of information and revelations. Wherever Gemini falls in your chart, especially potent if it's your sun, moon, ascendant, or ruler of your axis points, 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th houses, are where these massive and unavoidable events, situations, and occurrences will take place. Surprise, eclipses always bring in curveballs and unknown possibilities. Just when you thought 2020 had revealed all of its crazy ways, think again, you are in for a big surprise. The lunar eclipse in Gemini is here to bring massive communication downloads. A secret could be revealed to you at this time. Gemini energy is all about learning, seeking, and using our mental capabilities. The lunar eclipse in Gemini will reveal information that once was muddled or unclear. These confessions could literally come to greet you with little to no warning. Expect the unexpected. Eclipses always usher in a fresh energy connected to change in our destiny and plans. Since the lunar eclipse's ruling planet, Mercury, will be at the last degree of Scorpio at the time of the full moon, some of these communications will be quite intense and will usher in a mental and spiritual awakening. There will be an element of surprise and shock with whatever comes to light on and around this powerful lunar eclipse. Downloads from Spirit will reveal an answer to a piece of the puzzle that has been plaguing you for quite some time. The lunar eclipse in Gemini will be connected to the North Node, Rahu, also in the sign of Gemini. The North Node in astrology represents our destiny, point of fulfillment, and a source of unknown potential. The lunar eclipse pairing up with the North Node in Gemini will add an element of fate and fortune to these major revelations and surprises. Something that is communicated or shared with you around this time will change your mind and perspective, perhaps forever. Just when you thought you had figured someone or something out, a major surprise connected to where you are heading is shown. Although the North Node is a point of the great unknown, there will be a push by the universe that we cannot ignore. A spark of curiosity will be present, and once we see, feel, sense this opening of the mind, we cannot unsee, feel, sense it. Along with the North Node being a point of mystery and intrigue, certain ideas communicated at this time could feel like we're a fish out of water. The shock of a lifetime could manifest with this lunar eclipse. Again, and just when you exhausted every idea and thought, a new and foreign idea or plan comes to greet you. Eclipses always leave us on the edge of our seats because they reveal information from the other realms. Major downloads from Spirit are to be expected, although their intention and outcome might not reveal itself right away. The lunar eclipse in Gemini is here to reveal a major curveball connected to how we think and communicate. A sudden shift and revelation from someone close to us could spark a major emotional reaction and awakening. We are being asked to remain flexible and malleable at this time. Many delays of our plans and sense of understanding will cease with this powerful lunar eclipse. The information or clues that you have waited all year for could magically appear before you. This lunar eclipse will be about endings connected to a mental pattern that we have held on to for too long. Big mental changes are in store, and this lunar eclipse is asking for you to hold sacred space for yourself and others. We are being called to exhibit childlike wonder and an open-minded stance of welcoming in these new changes and plans. The lunar eclipse in Gemini wants you to play with these new plans and keep yourself open to their magic and light. La Luna in the sign of the twins is here to usher in major changes connected to our communication style, reveal a secret that has been repressed for quite some time, and to remind us the power of flexibility and the power of the mind to create our ultimate destiny. From astromama.com, today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 246, White Crystal Worldbridger. Crystal is the name for the number 12, and its keywords are dedication, universalize, and cooperation. The 12th day is all about getting together with others or working in a team. The focus on being unique and an individual is very much the modern way we live, but is it healthy? Our social skills seem to diminish with each generation, but essentially we are social creatures. The 12th day is about finding your tribe and celebrating the things we have in common. Today is White Worldbridger, which represents death, opportunity, and equality. White Worldbridger days are good for building bridges. Where do you want to go? Do you want to be a better, happier person? What steps do you need to take to cross that bridge? Think of yourself as a traveler on a journey. Are you carrying too much baggage, and is it hindering your progress? Let go of anything that weighs you down. This death is the equalizing process. When you combine the meaning of the number and the day, the result is dedication to equality or cooperation with death. To summarize, find your people and together help one another progress to a higher level. The guide today is the white mirror, which represents reflecting truth. If you allow the truth to be your guiding force, you will have no issues with crossing the bridge. Be brutally honest with yourself about what needs to die. Is it ego? Is it fear? Anything that holds you back or prevents you from being a lighter being has to go. And today, from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papa Giorgio, White Crystal Worldbridger, Kin 246, 30 November 2020, Bridging New Worlds, Full Moon Lunar Eclipse in Gemini, Death of the Shadow. 30/11/2020 equal 3/11/22 equal 3/33 equal 3/6 equal 9. 30 retreat, meditation, introspection, joy, communication. 369 Tesla code. 11 portal, gate, polarity, twins. 22 master builder, architect of peace. 33 ascended master frequency, Christ. 6 heaven, Christ, harmony, family. 9 closure, endings, destiny, service. Kin 246 progression. 246 equal 12 equal 3 Holy Trinity, joy, creativity. Another humongously powerful day of divinely ordained endings, death of the old self and making new connections. Kin 246 last occurred 260 days ago, 9 months ago on the 15th of March 2020, the day known as the Ides of March. On that day, as predicted, the debt forgiveness began to roll out in the USA as tax debt, student loans, and other personal debts began to miraculously be wiped from people's accounts. Here is a recount as to the historical significance of the Ides of March. Be aware, the Ides of March marks the anniversary in 44 BC of the treacherous betrayal and assassination of Julius Caesar, and a forced change of ruler of the Roman Empire. What goes around comes around, as they say. The Ides of March is a day of balancing karma and debt, when all debts are due and the books are balanced and the wheel is definitely turning. Does this indicate that the tide has turned on the once mighty Roman Empire, aka the Vatican, Mafia, Cabal, and the end is nigh? Kimi seals the store of death so the Worldbridger may seal their fate today. Bringing final closure to this chapter, stay tuned and keep your eyes on the prize. Interesting that we have a lunar eclipse happening today in the sign of Gemini, which denotes the twins, one light and one dark, enabling us to erase the shadow self and the world. Eclipses often mark the end of an era with kings, leaders, and rulers, often being deposed, dying, assassinated, or replaced. New leaders, too, have been crowned, ordained, or inaugurated during eclipse windows. The same rings true for the Ides of March, so it seems we have a double whammy impacting the current USA presidency stasis. Perhaps many world leaders will be deposed during this period. This eclipse cauldron spans 2 weeks until December 14th, 2020, new moon, solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Notably, President Trump has his moon in Sagittarius, so this too marks a significant impact on his life. December 14th is the scheduled date when Congress announces the successful president. So with the celestial bodies in court, it seems that Trump's fate is written in the stars. Today we arrive at day 12 in our visionary journey through the Blue Eagle wave spell. Blue Eagle is beckoning us to fly high and focus on the big picture so that we can create it, envisioning the highest timeline for ourselves and our planet as our 2020 visionary powers and third eye are awakened and activated. It is time for a mass awakening of humanity. Today, the Eagle's vision is multidimensional, creating portals and bridges throughout space-time, able to weave together the karmic threads of events throughout her story and beyond in order to create a rainbow tapestry of our united collective vision of our utopian future world. Tone of creation, crystal tone 12 in the mental realm, action universalizes, power dedicate, essence cooperation. Today we have a universal connection of our collective minds. Day 12 of the Blue Eagle wave spell is about cooperation. The eagle combined with the crystal tone gives us Superman's power of planetary X-ray vision, He can scan planets, realms, and dimensions, combined with Kimi, to really fine-tune and unite mankind by broadcasting this picture through the holographic crystalline grid. Perhaps we will hear some good news today which unites humanity on a universal scale. When we can see the big picture and let go of those trees that were blocking us and obstructing our vision, we bridge the spiritual and material worlds with our newfound clear vision through the space and freedom engendered by yesterday's spectral phase. New partnerships emerge, energy comes together, and crystal beings form. Stories must be shared for what great adventures we have had, planetary kin, and what grand stories they are. As the eclipse shadow passes over the earth, it cleanses the land and ley lines of old stories, patterns, karma, and density stored within the earth body. The eclipse causes a reset by wiping the slate clean, so our planetary mind can be reformatted and then rebooted. Extra powerful on a portal day linked to the Ides of March, balancing and finalizing karmic debt. The diamond crystalline grid is now complete, ready and open for operations. Telepathy rules the order of the day and becomes the new Wi-Fi. All new systems are now online, fully loaded on the collective mainframe, and ready to roll out. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Trust in the divine plan. Today's question is, how can I surrender to the death of the old world, seizing the opportunity to build a rainbow bridge to this brave new world with my planetary kin? A very exciting and powerful day for individual and collective transformation. Let's all unite in constructing that rainbow bridge together. Divine blessings for miraculous revelations and new rainbow adventures. In Lakek a la Kin, Christina White, Magnetic Worldbridger, Kin 66, Kin 246, White, Crystal Worldbridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I dedicate in order to equalize. Universalizing opportunity, I seal the store of death. With the crystal tone of cooperation, I am guided by the power of endlessness. So, beloved beings of light, on this powerful day of eclipses and full moon lunar energy, activations, downloads, upgrades, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And as always, we have a link in the description below the video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to thank everyone for their continued support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and mission, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/primedisclosure. Each pledge we get is a vote to keep and continue creating these daily transmissions for the world. So thank you everyone for your vote, and it's because of all of you that I'm able to continue this work. But we're about halfway still to the point I need to be able to continue my work and make a living, paying all my bills. So thank you everyone for your continued support, and we appreciate everyone that makes pledges and sends us donations. So we appreciate you all and all of your support. I'm going to end today's transmission with a sacred ceremony, a sacred puja, prayer, incantation, intention for the full beaver moon eclipse, which this is from the Archangelic calendar. So we start this intention by setting our electrical impulses with the incoming energies. You can envision golden strings from the heavens connecting to your root chakra, then envision a clear light from the heavens connecting to your crown chakra and penetrating deep into the earth. Do the same with white light, and then do the same with the rainbow light. Allow yourself to feel great emotions. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to the east. Like air provides a space for an eagle to fly and leaves to fall, my word shall provide a sacred space for positive intentions to manifest and allows that which no longer serves me to exit. List the things that you are grateful for, either aloud in your head, written, or in a group discussion. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to the south. I summon the element of fire to clear all undesired energy. Engulf your physical, mental, emotional, and metaphysical world with intense violet flame. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to the west. My energy flows like a mighty river to manifest positive circumstance and positive change. List the changes that need to take fruition for positive things to manifest. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to the north. I am one with the sacred aspects of the earth. I call upon them to bring peace and prosperity to all beings. List the positive intentions you wish to see for the world in general. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to all the unnamed directions. I am one with the earth, and I am in harmony with the universe. Ground yourself to the earth and stars by envisioning roots connecting you to both. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to all the unnamed directions. I observe nothing but good in my life. This is because I actively seek joy, and joy actively finds me. I am truly blessed. List your blessings that have no tangible physicality. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to all the unnamed directions. I summon inner peace through cosmic alignment, and I welcome its ancient wisdom. There is a personality for all the life forms. Connect with the nature of the universe by seeking its heart within yours. Listen to its heartbeat for a moment. I face my mind, body, and divine essence to all the unnamed directions. I know all experience starts from within. There is nothing that exists outside of myself. Therefore I shall funnel my energy within and connect with my totality. Now meditate on closing. Mitaquios and Aho from the archangelicalendar.com. So have a beautiful and blessed eclipse activation, gateways, portals, passageway into the energies of the new age of Aquarius. Through the 12-12 portal, the 14 eclipse, and into the 12-21 solstice energies. Keep living from your heart and walking your sacred path with heart, beloved beings of light. I love you all. Namaste.